So before going to the next question, first I would like to state that I'm a very strong believer of Vedic culture. So
Okay.
none of my further questions will be to offend anyone.
Okay. Good to know.
So now I would like to take the topic to Karn, whom you discussed in
Okay.
your video. Don't you think
Okay.
he was a very ambitious man? He attended his education on first ground. He was very certain that he is not going to get share of property from Pandavas. So he thought of aligning himself to Kauravas, who were ready to offer him a great piece of land after seeing his might.
Mr. Kisle, I feel you have pointed to the exact trait of Karn, and if there is only one word to describe the personality of Karn, it is ambition. He
Okay.
was essentially ambitious, as you rightly pointed out. But that said, let me point out a few differences I see. One, when Karn was crowned as the king of Ang, which you are referring to, he had no expectation from Pandavas of any sort because their blood relation was not known to anybody at that point of time.
Okay.
Secondly, you must also understand that Karn's ambition was of a different type. He yearned to be recognized as the greatest archer. He yearned reputation and respect and not a kingdom. So
Okay.
probably he would have been happy enough if Duryodhan simply offered him his friendship or maybe made him his general rather than giving him the entire kingdom. Karna would still have been happy. So I must say that it was quite generous of Duryodhan to have overpaid the price for Karna.
So my next question will be in the same track. Was Karn a good friend? Apart from the fact that he fought for the reason until his last breath against Pandavas, he gave up his ultimate support system for his war. Was he trying to gain some popularity as we see in modern day daily soaps? Or was he stupid or his political motives went wrong?
See, I do not see Karn on the either perspective.
Okay,
He was whether he was stupid or loyal. I think he was a bit of both, but both these qualities were completely clouded by his chief trait, the main trait which we already discussed, ambition.
okay,
And Karn is generally recognized as a great friend. And yes, he did fight for Duryodhan onto his last breath. But the question is, did he continue to fight between his friendship of Duryodhan and onto his last breath? Or he just fought onto the last breath? See, let us understand this perspective. In Mahabharata, there are multiple occasions. There was a Gandharva war when Duryodhan was out to mock Pandavas in exile. Gandharvas defeated the entire Kaurava army, which included Karn. And Karn's reaction was to flood the scene, leaving his family, leaving Duryodhan and everybody behind. Duryodhan, on the other hand, fought till he was captured.
okay.
Karn fled. And that does not say a lot about the loyalty as we saw in the TV show. Again, against the popular myths created by the TV show, if you look into the Vyash Mahabharata,
Hmm.
Karn refused to fight under Bhishma's command rather than Bhishma refusing Karn under his command. For
Okay,
10 days of the greatest battle, which was highly crucial for Duryodhan. And he decided to remain absent from this great war. And this again does not tell me a great deal about his friendship. And
okay.
he did not give up his support system as a great charity again. If you look into the Mahabharata as an epic and the original writing, if we can, I can call anything as an original writing. He more or less exchanged it for a divine weapon he received from Ind. And he, in fact, says in as many words that if you do not give me the divine weapon, I will not part up with my Kavach Kundal, the support system you are talking about. Yeah. So, as I said, he was a loyal friend.
Okay.
His friendship also was clouded by his ambition. Moreover, see, as I said, his ambition was not to become the king. So, when Krishna offered him the kingship for being part of Pandava's family, it wasn't really such a lucrative offer for him
Okay.
because he never yearned to be the king. He yearned to be considered the greatest warrior of all time, and it could never have happened if he had not fought against Arjun. No, being a part of the Pandava team, he would be left with nobody to fight and prove that he was mightier than Arjun, and that was his lifetime goal.
So you
So,
mean to say
I see.
you are implying that Karna was very much inclined on fighting Arjun to prove his might.
There is nothing for me to say. This has been clear in almost every reference of Karn that comes into Mahabharata.
Okay.
His ultimate goal was to vanquish Arjun and prove that he is a mighty warrior than Arjun. And here it is another important thing to note that again, contrary to a popular depiction, this rivalry of Karn and Arjun didn't start on the passing out ceremony as it is denoted. Karn was very much desirous of proving his might while he was still a student in Guru Dron Gurukul. Contrary to a very popular myth that has been circulated by modern retelling of the Mahabharata, that Dronacharya actually refused Karn in his Gurukul. Dronacharya actually taught Karn in his Gurukul, which has been referred in no less than 3 sargs of Mahabharata. So,
Okay.
Dronacharya actually gave him the teachings except Brahmastra, which he was desirous, and he in fact explicitly asks Dronacharya for Brahmastra in the Shanti Parv of Mahabharata for fighting Arjun. And Dronacharya, seeing that his intentions are not pure, he is asking for a personal glory or for fighting a fellow classmate, naturally refused him. But this rivalry is from the childhood.
Okay.